Okay, in this video we're gonna describe, which is for us very important to know the location of each sensor of the unit and how much important is to have them connecting the right way. As we know, in the system we have 6 sensors, which is one evaporator sensor, suction sensor, discharge sensor, ambient sensor, outlet sensor, and inlet sensor. As of right now on the picture I am showing exactly where they go, each one. Even for us, that's the ambient sensor, that's the outlet sensor, that's the inlet sensor, that's the suction sensor, that's the discharge sensor, which is way down there. We have the other sensor, which is a suction sensor. The other one was evaporator sensor. That's the ambient sensor under there. That's the outlet and inlet. As we can see, we have 6 on the panel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. As you can see here in the door, what we did, we put a long wire sensor. That way when we open our panel, we have enough swagging wire to access to the panel. And when we did our connection, we followed the instruction, each one of the wire. It's very important here to know when you connecting these to put the red and then white, positive and negative, and the right spot. And the next video we're gonna show you what problem will cause when we connecting the positive and negative backwards. As you can see, the wires are very sensible, very little tiny wires, and we have to have very carefully to put it in and make sure when you put it in, put it tight with a zip tie next to the wires. That way the sensor wire don't match with the door and don't hanging on the door. Thank you. Okay, now we see what's happened when we have error code in the system. This causes because we have a back sensor connection. First thing we had to locating, each sensor have a value, and as you can see, the first thing we had to locate in which number of the sensor, each the one that show the screen. Each sensor have a value as a T1, T2, T3, T4, T5, T6. As we can see right now on the main screen, we have the sum 5, 6, and 4. That means we had 3 bad sensors: the sensor number 4, the sensor number 5, the sensor number 6. The main screen is show 9999. The reason why the main board is doing that, because we are forcing the system to doing that, because we disconnect the sensor from the back, and now we just fix the sensor number 4, but still the main board is show that we have an issue with the sensor number 5 and 6. As you can see, you can push the button, but the button don't allow to go to any of the setting. If you, the only value they show you there is song number 3, which is the temperature discharge. See, But until we don't fix and we don't found which is the problem, why do we have a back connecting issue with the sensor 5 and 6, until we don't solving that problem, the unit, it won't turn it on, the compressor, it won't show, it won't start at all. That's why I mentioned in this video how much important is to have the sensor the right. As we can see in the main panel, we have the low inlet pressure and the high inlet pressure alarm on too, but that's because we don't even fix the main issue that is causing the main board is blinking 9999. That's why we don't focus on the inlet pressure and the outlet pressure, because that's totally different. First, we have to figure out where are locating that two sensors. As we can see, we are reading in the diagram, see, and locating the T5 and the T6 is the outlet and inlet sensor. But what we are doing here is something very important. The polarity of the sensor, they was backwards. We put the red and positive and the black and negative, which is caused this issue. When we fix the polarity, basically what we did, we just switch the wires red and black, and that fixed the problem. As we can see right now, we have access to the main panel. We don't have no more 999, and we can see all the values of the sensor. That means we fix the main part of the issue with the system. That's why we don't really focus on low inlet and high inlet pressure, because basically that's more about product pressure and temperature. And this situation is helping us to figure out when we have an issue and when we see the light over there in the main panel, to figure out is this in a sensor issue or this is in a pressure product, temperature product, what caused this thing. As we can see right now in the panel, after we fix everything, obviously we're gonna have that two lights on because we are about to start and put a pressure to the system. But that's a totally different thing. We about to start up the unit. We fix the main thing and we see how everything works. But everything is a process, see? Even after we fix the main control with the problem with the sensor 9999, now we have access to the panel, but even with that we have the light on, the low inlet pressure and the high inlet pressure. But that's a process. The system is designed to show, to monitor if we have the right pressure, the right inlet. As you can see on the screen, on the song number 3, which is the product temperature, we can see on the function a number 4, but that number, it will show up there most of the time when the product have a high temp. When we see a number 1 and a song number 3 and a function number 1, that indicating the product is too low temperature, too cold. That's the two numbers that we're gonna see most of the time.